party, what's that sound? It's a musical car. It's the hit sensation across the nation with an up-and-coming star. You see me riding every day, I'm never too far. It's just musical car.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Jeff's Musical Car. This week I have the one and only Ben Caplan. Thanks for coming along.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
No problem. One thing I've always enjoyed about your live show is your stage presence. Is this something that you've always had in you, or do you think it kind of came out through music, or maybe a bit of both?
Certainly a bit of both, yeah. I mean, I think I've always had a pretty extroverted personality.
Mm-hmm.
When I was younger, I used to be really into the theater.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time working in the theater and learning about acting, and then that slowly sort of transitioned into being on stage as a musician and on and on.
You listen to your music and you can obviously hear the theatrical influence in your music, and you really bring it out in your show, and it just really turns into a fun sing-along.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, it's the sing-along part winds up becoming an arrangement choice after the song is done a lot of the time, figuring out, like, how do we use all of the resources that are available. And, you know, a lot of the time if I'm touring solo, I don't have a band to back me up, so I try to turn the audience into my backup situation.
Yeah, no, that's great. You're here touring with your second album, Birds with Broken Wings.
That's right.
How's that been going?
It's been great. Yeah, we've done close to 60 shows since the album came out, and it's been really well received. People have been excited about hearing it. So
no, I'm loving it as well. It really picks up where the last one left off. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. So for the purposes of this, the world's your floor, what are you going to play for me?
I'm going to do, I've been playing my songs so much lately, so I'm going to take this opportunity to do a song by somebody else. I'm going to do a Bob Dylan tune for you.
Okay.
And I really love this song. To me, it's a great example of this kind of songwriting where you come at what you're talking about from the sides, you know? I mean, to me, this is a beautiful song about a man searching for love and sort of, I think he winds up finding a prostitute and having a night that he doesn't know what to make of, but you don't really get that. You gotta sort of think about it in the song. You gotta think about what Bob Dylan is after. So I love that approach to songwriting, and I'll play it for you now. This is Simple Twist of Fate.
All right.
Sat together in the park as the evening sky grew dark. She looked at him and he felt a spark tingle to his bones. 'Twas then he felt alone and wished that he'd gone straight and watched out for a simple twist of fate. Walked along by the old canal, a little confused, I remember well. Stopped into a strange motel with the neon burning bright. He felt the heat of the night hit him like a freight train moving with a simple twist of fate. Saxophone someplace far off played as she was walking on by the arcade. A light burst through a beat up shade where he was waking up. She dropped the coin into the cup of a blind man at the gate and forgot about a simple twist of fate. He didn't see her anywhere. He told himself he didn't care. Pushed the window open wide. Felt an emptiness inside to which he just could not relate. Brought on by a simple twist of fate. He hears the ticking of the clocks and walks along with a parrot that talks. Hunts her down by the waterfront docks where the sailors all come in. Maybe she'll pick him out again. How long must he wait? One more time for his simple twist of fate. People tell me it's a sin to know and feel too much within. I still believe she was my twin, but I lost the ring. She was born in spring, but I was born too late. Blame it on a simple twist of fate. Blame it on a simple twist of fate. Blame it on a simple twist of fate.
That was great.
Thanks.
So you've been on the road a lot, and what has changed over the years from touring? Like in the sense of when you're on the road for a long span of time, does it feel less like the road? Like, do you get to do different things maybe now that you're more accustomed to it than maybe your first tour?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I've been on tour so much the last while that being on the road sort of feels more like being at home than being at home does in a way. I'm just used to being out there, and I think, you know, the more I've been touring, the more I've had the opportunity to tour with my full band, and that's been really rewarding. You know, getting to hear the songs in the way that I've conceived them and arranged them. You know, it's definitely been really great.
Yeah. Is it weird to go to a show and start to recognize familiar faces when you're in Europe? Like, I remember that guy.
Yeah, totally. I mean, yeah, you start to get that all over the place. And you know, my last tour, we're touring around in the U.S. and you know, there'd be people who would travel to our shows. You know, we weren't playing where they were playing, so you know, the last tour they drove up to, you know, San Jose. The next tour they drove to, you know, Anaheim or wherever. You know, I mean, it's pretty cool to meet these people.
That's great. One thing I wanted to throw in there, when I first listened to your album and I heard Canary, the first thing that popped in my mind was Ron Burgundy from Anchorman playing flute along to that.
Right on.
And I can't get that image out, so I thought I'd share that.
Cool.
Well, thanks a lot for coming along for a spin.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Thanks, Jeff, for having me.
I know you're a busy guy, so I'll let you get on to your gig. And if you haven't seen Ben Caplan live, it's definitely something you need to have on your must-do list. And that's it for this episode of Jeff's Musical Car. We'll see you next time.
Toodaloo.